Okay, finally got some new equipment to review here. Got the Timp 1.5. Just got off of a 70-mile Superior hiking trail trip, 7 days, 70 miles. Good. Superior hiking trail is good, pretty good crucible for a shoe. You got rocks, roots, slippery, mud, gravel, steep incline, steep decline, all that kind of stuff. It's a really, really good test for a shoe. Finally made the switch to Altra. I've had Solomon for the past 12 to 15 years probably. I've probably had some version of the Solomon GTX or whatever. XLRs, I think, is another brand. Whatever. The Solomon brand, their kind of main line. I've had some version of that forever. Almost went with the Ultras the last time. Really comfortable shoe. I was a little concerned about durability. Again, for my size, that's the big question mark. When I find something I like, I usually stick with it for a while because it's usually hard to get stuff that fits or holds up really well. So what I like, you've got the Ultra toe box. They're a lightweight shoe, so it makes it really tempting to kind of try these out. They're obviously, Ultra's been the hot thing for the past couple of years as far as footwear goes. That zero rise, I like that because I walk around all summer flip flops or barefoot. So I'm kind of used to that. I like that. I don't like the high heel on a shoe. So they're a tempting shoe. I just hadn't pulled the trigger until recently. So brand new out of the box, hit the trail. Didn't have any issues at all with my feet. They felt good. Didn't have blisters. Had a couple of hot spots. Had to do a little bit more with lack of that kind of callus. I think they had just kind of come off. I've been in the water a lot, so kind of feet are a little bit softer than normal, and just having kind of some trail legs under me. My feet did feel it a little bit, 10, 12 mile days, something like that, in that range, constant up, constant down, that kind of stuff. I definitely felt my feet at the end of the day, but I think that's something that as they get into a little bit better shape, that would kind of work itself out. The Timp, a little bit thicker on the sole here versus some of the other shoes. They don't have that dumb rock insert. I think Lone Peaks actually might have gone away with that too, but it's just built into the shoe like it should be. And I definitely, you feel the trail still, but it does provide enough cushion to kind of work, not just be feeling every single stick, rock, root, whatever. Again, I think that adds up over the day, but what I was looking to do with the shoe is just kind of have that lightweight, good drainage to it, dries out quickly, and hopefully holds up. Now we'll see how that kind of went. Things I liked about this shoe, obviously the toe box, that is the foot shape. This shoe fits my foot great. Loved it. No toe issues whatsoever. No friction, blisters, no friction on the toes. They had plenty of room to move around, up and down, side to side. Good room in the toe box. Well, it never felt like the shoe was slipping around on there. The lacing system, I like this. I've had Solomons forever, so they have that kind of quick draw lacing system. I find that you have to stop and readjust that, retighten it throughout the day. This tied them double knots. I think they came untied one time. I had to stop and retie the shoe. Felt good, felt tight, and didn't feel like my foot was slipping around in the shoe at all. Other things I liked here, the grip, the traction was really good. It has kind of, and again, I don't have a shoe to kind of compare it to, but they have kind of the alternating grip here facing the opposite way. So on the decline, you're getting grip on that back shoe. On the incline, you're getting grip here. That worked really well. I didn't slip on the way down. Again, the Superior hiking trail doesn't believe in switchbacks. They go straight up and straight down in a lot of places. So you have those steep descents, and I tend to kind of, slip backwards a little bit as I'm going down those. I didn't find that to be the case with these shoes. A couple of times I might have slipped, but way less than normal. Really good traction in that. On the up, never felt like I was slipping on the up. Traction overall, great. Didn't love this thing, whatever this is. It might be there for stability or maybe give you a little more traction on the down. No, I just said that worked great, but it did also catch on roots, rocks, whatever. and kind of push the shoe up into my heel. That was one of my hot spots that I would get, and it would just come from constantly pushing up like that every time you step over something, but there's not quite enough room for a flat foot plant. You're kind of hitting the back of that rock, and it would catch and push up into the shoe. Did not like that. Sometimes it would also catch on, you know, the underside of a root or a rock and kind of pull. I got a little worried that it was going to separate back here, the sole from the shoe, but that never actually happened. However, the sole definitely separated. I don't know if you can see, I got a bit on the other shoe, it's a little bit better, but this one, you can kind of see that that's separated from here. These are two integrated pieces. It's not one solid piece all the way through. This either tore loose from the foam, or the adhesive did not do its job. A little bit, it's a little bit loose here. This is loose. This is a little bit loose. This is fully loose back here. That happened on both shoes. Not as much here on these, but definitely back here again. That tore free. That tore free. And again, that's super disappointing. This looks a little rough right here. 70 miles fresh out of the box. That absolutely shouldn't happen. I'm hoping it's a bad batch. I'm going to return these to REI and give them another shot, because overall I really like the shoe. This is a good lightweight shoe. I never felt like I had wet feet, that sloshy wet foot, even though we, you know, got wet feet through, you know, just water on vegetation, through sweat, through mud, you know, kind of puddles, that kind of stuff. If I ever did get a squishy foot, it immediately drained. It ended really quickly. They dried out. They were always dry in the morning. I never had any issues with just kind of putting on a wet shoe. And even though, you know, you kind of have that just kind of sweaty foot or whatever, it never felt like it was overly waterlogged. Great performance, I thought, on the trail. I really, really enjoyed the ride on there. I did have some sore feet, but again, I think that was just more, I don't have my, you know, I just need to toughen my feet up a little bit more. I do like kind of having that freedom of movement. I like having a little bit more feel to the trail rather than big clunky shoes or boots or anything like that. I like kind of feeling the rock root, feeling your foot kind of form over the trail. I like that feel. And I just need to toughen my feet. I didn't have a chance to use gaiters. The shoe itself kept debris out of it pretty well. The tongue is separate back here. It's not an integrated tongue into there, but I never felt like I had gravel or small rocks or sticks or anything. A little bit of dirt here and there, but nothing too bad. But I didn't get a chance to use those gaiters. There's gaiter traps here on the sides, both sides here, and then your little attachments here and there. Didn't get a chance to use that. The other thing is, I wish that this was a little more guarded, had a little bit more of this toe guard going over the top. You can kind of see there, I don't know if it's gonna focus here. You can kind of see that on both shoes. That part started to wear. Now, a little bit better there. There we go. Now, I don't know if it's something unique to how I walk, or if I'm tall and I just step over stuff that maybe other people don't, but as I would step up and drag my foot, through the air, it would catch on that rock root, whatever I was, down tree, whatever I was stepping over, and just rub. And again, 70 miles, that's not a lot. I expect a lot more durability out of the shoe, and just an easy fix is to continue this over the top. That's a super easy fix for that. This right here, like I said, I don't know if it tore free from the foam, maybe a little more durable foam to attach that sole to, or if it's a pure adhesive thing. It's disappointing. For a $130 shoe, I definitely don't want to see a disposable shoe, a one-use type of a shoe. That's unacceptable. So I'm going to return these, and hopefully it's a bad batch. Hopefully it's just this particular pair and they hold up. Overall, I kind of give it a cautious thumbs up. Really like the shoe. This is the design, man. This is a super comfortable shoe. This is what your foot looks like. This is what your shoe should look like. I really wish more shoes looked like this. or designed like this. But that's my one thing is that sole pulling free. I've read some other just durability issue review on the reviews of this. I happen to just come across these Timps. It seems like they're kind of the new big thing, the new Lone Peak kind of a thing. But I happen to just kind of fall into it. And overall, again, great. This is the least amount of foot issue I've ever had on a trip. Granted it's only 70 miles, but usually I'm having some kind of an issue up to that point. Give it a cautious recommendation. I'm going to give it another shot, maybe do a follow-up with the new pair and see if the same thing happens. Hopefully they fix that. If it is an issue, they fix that in the next version of it. But cautious thumbs up for this. We'll kind of see. And that's all I got. Let me know what you think of these.